the doorbell at the wrong house. The man shot Ralph twice, and now he's in critical condition. His family needs your support during this tragedy. Once again, I'm asking for prayers to go up for this young man. Hopefully that he can pull through. And it's just a sad situation right now. And I'm hoping that there will be some charges pressed against this adult male who saw our youth as a villain. Y'all don't understand. We was talking about the youth and how there's nothing for them to do and how these cries for help are they're doing things out of crying for help, and the world sees them as targets. We can't do the same thing. We got to make sure we take a stance for our young people. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have a Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey, this is Steve Scafidi for Educators Credit Union. Being a parent can be busy. We all know that. Mind and Money from Educators Credit Union provides an easy way for parents to pay allowance, assign chores, and teach financial lessons all from their phones or computer with no monthly fees. Children and teens can even receive their own debit card, and parents can set limits and track spending. It's a win-win and just another great perk of being a member. Learn more at ECU.com, federally insured by NCUA.
New season, new ball game. All Brewers games are on sale now. Grab your seats for the rivalries, giveaways, and all the excitement on tap for 2023. Don't miss this season's Brewers action, including new rules, new opponents, new faces, and brand new ways to enjoy the game, including the Sunday Funday bundle for just $59, plus the 414 value menu. Check out the complete schedule and get your seats today at brewers.com/tickets.
Truth Nation, it's Tory Lowe from 1 to 4. And I want you to download the 1017 The Truth app. Hey, because you know it's amazing.
Wow.
Hey, that's not bad, Sherwin. That's not bad, all right? But T-Lo, show Sherwin Hughes how it's really done.
Truth Nation, it's your boy Tory Lowe from 1 to 4. And Sherwin's impression may have been trash, but he's right. You can hear all our best interviews, Panthers basketball, and me bringing all the smoke by downloading the Truth app today in the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. And why should they download the app, Benjamin?
You want to know why, T-Lo? You want to know why they should download the 101.7 The Truth app? Because it's amazing.
All your favorite interviews and best moments live in one place. Download the new 1017 The Truth app now.
I love the Truth app. I like being able to go back and listen to old tapings.
Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 The Truth.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Williams, and I want to share with you the role that diabetes has had in my family. I lost my grandmother at the early age of 64 due to complications with diabetes. She was warm, generous, and a constant encouragement for me to follow my heart. Did you know that African Americans experience chronic kidney disease at a rate that's 25% higher than white Americans? And we're almost 4 times more likely to develop kidney failure. Diabetes and high blood pressure are leading causes of kidney disease, which can result in kidney failure, needing dialysis, or a kidney transplant. The good news is that you have the power to check out how well your kidneys are doing and learn ways to prevent them from failing. So go to your doctor and get yourself checked out. Visit linkmylovetv.org to learn more. Get the facts, get checked, and get healthy.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Greg Matzik. The status of Bucks forward Giannis Antetokounmpo for Game 2 against the Miami Heat Wednesday night is in question after Giannis suffered a back contusion during Sunday night's loss at Fiserv Forum. Bucks head coach Mike Budenholzer.
You know, any good team, you have to be able to play even without your best player. And, this group, for various reasons, we've had to do it.
Wednesday's game, an 8 o'clock tip from downtown Milwaukee. After taking 3 of 4 against the Padres in San Diego, the Brewers' 3-city road trip continues tonight in Seattle against the Mariners. Coverage gets underway at 8:05 on WTMJ. Milwaukee atop the NL Central Division standings with a record of 11-5. This sports update presented by Associated Bank, proudly supporting our hometown teams. Member FDIC.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. It's time to see what's poppin' with Melanie Ricks.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report. Melanie Ricks in the building. What's popping?
Brand new whip just hopped in.
Hey.
How you doing?
What's up?
How you doing today?
Hey, look.
You cold?
It got cold real quick. I was bragging on the nice weather last week.
Man, what?
And now,
okay, this
like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde out here.
I'm about to talk about our coworkers for a second, okay? This is what got me, Tori. And look at, why I got to go to my deleted messages for this? Because I deleted this. Yeah.
Oh, really?
These are the emails that our coworkers had the audacity to send us over the weekend.
Are we naming these coworkers?
No, I'm not gonna call them out. But the people, I just kidding. The people who work though over at 620 WTMJ, shout out to our sister station. These are 3 different emails. One said, "Goodbye summer, hello winter." Another one said, "Cold and snow arriving." Another one said, "Brief return to winter." I'm like, if you don't stop emailing me, take me off the email chain.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to hear this. I don't want to see this. Because we all, we exchange those emails across stations. So
Right.
we get ESPN, we get WTMJ. Tori, every time I got a new one, I delete. I'm like, I don't want to know this. And I'm just kidding, of course. But I was so annoyed. They were trying to make it as positive as possible. And I'm like, there's nothing good about this.
Hey, look, it even tricked the trees. Because the trees started growing leaves.
Really?
Yeah, you know.
That's those poor
the trees was like, hey, like it's hot.
Those poor trees.
It was a tree like next to this building, and they didn't have no leaves on it. Last week it grew leaves because it was nice.
That's horrible.
And now it's like snow on the leaves. Is like
God.
Even the trees got tricked.
That's horrible.
It is horrible.
I saw flies and bugs outside.
Right. Ants.
They gone.
People down there at the lake turning up.
Okay, what? Turning up. Yeah, that's wild. Well, you know what? This is the thing. This is Wisconsin, and as much as we joke and all that, it is what it like.
Right.
I remember because I have a friend whose birthday is in May. I remember in 2020 it snowed on his birthday. His birthday is like May 12th, and it snowed on this man's birthday in 2020. So expect the unexpected. That's all I got to say.
This might be the HARP program.
It's horrible.
This might be the HARP where they can mess with the weather.
Man.
Because I've never seen
heard
it
of
this
that.
drastic.
Yeah, this is bad.
I've never seen it this drastic. Like it's even more drastic than it was.
No, I agree. It's not normal. So
Somebody controlling the weather.
100. We're all in a simulation,
Right.
Tori. You need to understand that. Okay.
Somebody just says we're going to play with those people in Wisconsin, and we're going to give them 80 degrees.
2 days in a row, by the
then,
way.
Yeah, and then we're going to just shut it down. Give them some snowflakes.
Like, this is so disrespectful. I just can't even.
Give me the control.
No, for real. Like, I'll take over the controllers.
Let me do the control.
Let me do it. I literally can't. Since we airing out our bad, grief, let's just go ahead and talk about the game.
Is Giannis okay?
He's going to be okay. He's fine. His
Can we
test
get
came back
an
clear.
update?
Yeah, his test came back clear. So he had a lower back contusion, which is medical speak for a bruise. He had a bone bruise. So he fell twice, pretty hard on his back. To be real honest, we have a lot going on from the entertainer side. I didn't see. I saw one fall. I didn't know it was twice. And I didn't understand just how bad the impact was, but I was talking to some people even from around here. Greg Matzik, shout out to Greg Matzik from 620 WTMJ. He said you could hear the thud. He was like,
right. You can hear it.
It was bad. So I didn't know it was that bad, Tori, because the crowd was loud where I didn't hear that from where I was. but I saw him leave.
You can hear it on the TV. I mean, we was watching the game.
It was that bad.
You can hear it. Boom. Yeah, you could definitely hear it. But it just seems like, you know, when you lose an energy like Giannis, it changes the whole dynamic of the game.
And we already were down, even
Right.
with him in. Did you see that Tyler Hero broke his hand?
Yeah, and he even took a shot.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Because shoot or shoot. I felt really, like, I'm really, really sad for him. That sucks. Because I just
Right.
wouldn't wish ill on anybody. I don't care if they're our opponent.
And he's from around here.
And he's from Milwaukee.
Right.
So, you know, area. So, yeah, I hope he heals and gets better. I will say, assuming that he's still here with the team, because I don't know if they would send him home right away or if he'll stay until they go back. I will say at least he's here where his family can come and
Right.
see him and be with him. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Right.
trying to find the positive in that. You know what I'm saying? Like it obviously is so crappy that happened to him, but I'm sure he feels fortunate that if anywhere, at least it happened at home, where I'm sure his mom and dad can come and see him and comfort him. You know what I mean? Like I think about that kind of stuff.
I mean, I wanted to ask you a question. Did the week off
yes.
create a
Yes.
half? It was like we were like
Yes.
a half step
Yes,
off.
100%. I personally think it was too much time off, and it's interesting. I was on Homer and Tony with Tony Smith. Shout out to Tony.
Right.
On Friday, and one of the questions that we were asking was, or one of the listeners actually asked us, do you think it is more to the benefit of the top seeds that they get this time off and these lower seeds have to play in these really high energy play-in tournament games before it starts? And I was like, yeah, to a certain degree, but at the same time, you don't want too much time off. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to keep that momentum. So Miami is riding on a different wave right now.
So and this is what I'm seeing with the plan. Miami got a chance to play 2 games, so they're already in tune. They were already in playoff mode.
Yes, very much.
So they already had
they
the
locked
psychological advantage.
Yeah.
Coming into the game, where the Bucks were just coming in after being off a week and then trying to step into playoff basketball.
And the thing is, y'all, it's not like they chilling. You know, they're scrimmaging. They're still having these hard
Of
practices, but it's not the same as a game.
It's not as intense.
No, because you're not going to play with that intent because you don't want anybody to get hurt. So it's not. I agree. It's not that intense in practice. We're going to bounce back. We're going to be fine on Wednesday. My only concern right now is how good will the bounce back be without Giannis if he doesn't play? And Tori, do we take that risk of just sitting him just in case, or do we bring him back if he feels ready? What would you do if you were the coach or the health staff?
It depends on how bad the contusion was.
Yeah.
But if it's something that he can recover from,
Mm-hmm.
the Bucks are built to play temporarily without Giannis. We know that.
100%.
But I think that if another game would help, I sit him.
You would?
Because
even being down 0-1?
That's almost we used to call those injuries a tailbone injury.
Yeah.
Like when your tailbone is bruised. So that's a tough injury to actually deal with because it's right there by the spinal cord.
You can't really do too much.
Yeah, it's nothing you could do. So if he makes it worse in the long run, it's going to cause problems.
100%.
So if he can take a couple days to actually relax.
Yeah. For sure.
If it's a 2-game idea.
For sure.
I say do it.
I would agree. Now, did you get a chance to watch, any other games? Was there anything else that caught your mind? Because obviously playoffs officially, they tipped off on Saturday. There were a few different games that I personally caught. I watched every game.
Right.
Cavs, Knicks was a very exciting game, and we knew it was going to be like that. You know what else was my other favorite game? Kings Warriors.
Yes,
that was a great game.
Really good game.
And the fans in Sacramento, boy, did they show out. That was the best fan base this weekend.
And surprisingly, because I don't watch a lot of Sacramento basketball,
they're very good.
They're very good.
Yeah. But, okay, they make me nervous, Tori, because unfortunately, they remind me of the team that we were in 18-19.
Okay.
When we went to the Eastern Conference Finals and got bounced by Toronto, where we were really, really good. We didn't have the experience that we needed. You know what I'm saying? And Toronto In theory, they didn't fully, but they had Serge, who had a little bit of experience. They had Kawhi, who had already won a chip, with the Spurs. They had a few other, and most of the team didn't truly. But
you got Kawhi.
That's what I'm saying. Even just Kawhi alone,
just
him
managing the game,
and they came off that momentum of that Game 7 against Philly. With the shots seen around the world, so they had a certain momentum. But anyway, my point, Tori. This King squad reminds me of our team back then, where I don't know if they'll have the experience to go all the way.
I think the Kings and the Lakers games were some of the best games of the week.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. I would absolutely agree. We're going to keep this talk going about Bucks basketball, and we got to talk about a fan in Phoenix, which is really crazy.
We got to have that conversation. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more Pop Culture Report with Melanie Ricks, and joining us will be Tony Smith. Stay locked in right here on Tori Lowe.
More of the Tori Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, this is the effective communication coach, Denise Thomas.
And Emmy Award winner, Telly Hughes.
We are so excited to be your new host.
And we will continue to have real and authentic conversations while brightening your morning and giving you something to smile about.
So Milwaukee, join Telly and I every weekday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. for Truth Be Told on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
This is your Financial Empowerment Minute on the new 1017 The Truth, presented by Northwestern Mutual.
The other thing that we should be thinking about is diversifying and getting money outside of your business. And so when we think about that, starting small, a Roth IRA is an easy account that you can open on your own. You can open with an advisor, and you can contribute up to $6,000 a year into a Roth IRA. And then if you're over 50, you can contribute $7,000 a year into that. If you want to contribute more money, you can open a SEP IRA. And these are good if you don't have any employees, right? If it's just you, the contribution limits are higher. And then if you start to have employees, then you can think about starting with a 401k. All of these options are going to be based on your situation and how much money that you're bringing in, but there's still a lot of different options out there that can accommodate you in your situation where you are.
Tune into The Truth every month for our financial empowerment interviews with Northwestern Mutual.
Why? Why take a chance? Why risk a mistake? Why say something? We all have reasons why we choose to ignore the things that give us pause, that seem out of place, that don't feel right. The word why can either paralyze us or empower us to stand up and protect what we love. So if you see something, why do you say something?
I see safe for my family.
I see safe for my friends.
I see say for my students. We see say for each other.
I see say because all of this matters.
We all have something worth protecting, a why that unifies this community we're all a part of. So protect your everyday. Report suspicious activity to local authorities. If you see something, say something.
Talking to your kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
You are listening to The Tori Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. It's time to see what's poppin' with Melanie Ricks.
1017 The Truth, Tori Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report, brought to you by Melanie Ricks.
Ew.
And joining me in the studio, Tony Smith.
What up,
from
y'all?
Homer and Tony.
What up?
94.5, 2 to 4.
As usual, I'm in my car. I heard the Bucks talk. I said, let me get in here real quick. I heard some injury talk.
What are your thoughts after Sunday?
I was just going to comment mostly on the injury. I mean, because as a guy who has a lot of back issues, I know the problems the back can be, and you just hope for Giannis. Like they said, bruised back. I'm just hoping for one that it's like just a light bruise,
right?
But here's the potential issues that could come from that type of injury. The back is very sensitive. I hurt my back when I was playing initially. It was the first time I ever had back problems. I did it in practice, and it was just something real, like nothing manageable. I mean, I kept playing. Like, you know, I didn't hurt like I'm all of a sudden out. I got my leg kicked. I got it in a tangle. I got tangled up with Kurt Rambis, and next thing I know, like felt a little something. Kept practicing, you know, go on. Next couple of days, now I got to get it looked at because it's starting to hurt more. And they say, oh, yeah, you got a little sciatic issue, which means your nerves pressed against on one side. So I was like, yeah, whatever. So I just get some treatment, ice, whatever. But I continue to play. But, you know, then all of a sudden you get things like that area is sensitive now, and your body's going to respond when you got a problem. You're going to get, your muscles are going to spasm up around that area to protect it. That's when you get back spasm. You're not playing with back spasm.
Right.
I'll tell you right now, you are not playing. And you don't know what can trigger it. My fear is with Giannis, with his game, this dude is downhill constantly, going 100 miles an hour. That's how he got hurt in the first place. He's running downhill in the paint. And Kevin Love leads the league in charges taken. He's not going to let you just run through the lane. He's going to get in the way like he did, right? And on that play, it probably was a charge. I don't remember what the actual call was, but it probably was a charge because that's what Giannis does. He gets downhill. So the way he plays, this is a scary injury for him. I don't know if he can get back to being fearless Giannis, right? Just going coast to coast.
Do they set him out?
I don't know. Is he gonna want to set out? Like I said, the issue is how
that
good.
we know is a no.
Right. The question is how good is he gonna feel? Is he gonna feel like he can do what he can do? Because it's not like Giannis can just say, "All right, I'm not gonna play that game." Well, that's his game. He's not going away from that. He's not gonna start shooting jumpers, right? He's not gonna start like shooting turnaround jumpers as opposed to that's not Giannis's game. Giannis catches the ball at 3-point line. He gets to the rim. He's dunking on people.
Right.
The Bucks got to have that. They got to have that part because we saw and we were talking in the break about how the rest of the team, they're basically just shoot threes. You know, you're going to get every now and then Middleton might post up, Portis might post up, maybe Brook will post up, but those are here and there, right? You're talking about, 15% of the possessions maybe, other than
most of the inside shots are Giannis.
Giannis getting to the rim and then other guys shooting threes around that. So you get 15% is something else. Now all of a sudden, that 15%, that's got to be most of your game. That's not what they're used to. So some games, when you're shooting a lot of threes, some games you're going to hit them, some games you're not. The best way to combat that and survive that is you have enough guys who can shoot it that, okay, one game, two guys are going to at least be hitting shots. I got at least two guys hitting shots. If you get a case where you only got one guy making shots and the other guys are not hot that day, and you're shooting that volume of threes, I mean, I don't know. You guys can look up the stats from the last game, but they shot a ton of threes. Right. Which is not atypical of them, but they shot more than they typically do because they don't have those points from Giannis.
I felt that it was a point in the game where because you got to realize Miami and the Bucks, they are rivals.
Right. I mean,
they know each other's style. But when you get in a playoff situation and the defense intensifies, it seemed like it was a point in the game toward the third, going into the fourth quarter, where the Bucks had a lot of opportunity to close the gap. They was getting it down to 8 points. It seemed like they were taking a lot of unnecessary 3-point shots where you would think that they would try to go and grab the two to try to close the gap.
Well, the other thing about Miami, I think Miami is the top defensive team in the league.